in this video I have the fourth and final instalment of a little mini series I've done throughout February of my 2018 planner and journal lineup. If you haven't seen the first three videos, which have been all my planner setups for the year, then I will link those for you and they will all be in a playlist as well. But this video is to share my journaling plans for the year and what journals I am using. So I'm just going to jump straight in and show you what's in these. So we start off with my A5 Ugly Dory Traveller's Notebook. Now, if you saw my setup video for this about this time last year, then it's actually pretty much exactly the same thing. Just a couple of minor things have changed, as has like the deco and stuff like that. But for the most part, as I said, it is pretty much the same. As I said, this is an Ugly Dory from Uglybug Plans, I think, on Etsy. I will link the shop. It is a beautiful, beautiful leather traveller's notebook. I love it so much, hence why I've been in it for over a year now and have no plans to change whatsoever. I am very weirdly loyal to my planners and binders. I very rarely change them up. Very quickly, we will talk about the charms on here. There is this little clip here because there was another charm on here, but it broke off, and by it broke off, my cat, it was dangling and my cat rushed it off, and I am really bad with like really little fiddly things like that, and I can't get it back on, so it's not there. But this beautiful charm here was made for me as a Christmas present from the lovely, lovely Julia of Woozie Ju. She's done it with the knowledge of all my favourite things, blue and gold and turquoisey teal and mint and all that kind of thing. So yes, and this, oh, I've forgotten his name. Oh, he's Jinbei-san, I think, from one of the San-X characters. And yes, little whale creature there. He's very cute, which she made out of polymer clay. Very impressive. But yes, I will link her shop if you are interested. And then this little charm down here is from Kelly, aka the Scrapbook Girl. This was in the Cam's Planner-Con goodie bag last year, and I just wanted something cute sort of dangling there. So that's hanging out there. So going into the TN itself, the front is now decorated with, for the most part, the Wanderlust collection from first edition from Trimcraft. I thought that the colours of Wanderlust just went so well with the navy of the planner. So yes, that's what's in there. And it's also, these little pockets have just been decorated with some of the Simply Creative glitter felt that Trimcraft sent me in the lovely sort of bronzy copper colour, just looking pretty there. And then most of these clips are from the Simple Stories I Am collection, the old I Am collection, not the new one that's just come out. But yeah, so those go there, because again, I thought they matched quite nicely. And that's one of the American Crafts bows, I think. I can't remember. So in here, I just have 3 notebooks at the moment. And there's a bit of washi there because I took a photo of this the other day and was trying to get this to stick down for the photo. So that's why that bit of washi's there. There's the inside of the dash thing I made to make the dashboards or cupboards or whatever you want to call them for a TN. For A5 size, unless you've got an A3 size laminator, you can't do A5 size covers or whatever. So I just do 2 separate A5 pieces and then washi them together like that. Fairly simple. So the first notebook, this was in here last time, same kind of thing. This is just full of things that I like, just like little inspiring quotes, Christina Carlson's 11 Rules, and I also just like stick in things that I like the look of and stuff like that, and sometimes put little quotes and lists and all that kind of thing. So that goes in there, and all the edges are washi taped to make it look pretty. And that is an old kikki.K notebook from the Paws Gould collection. Unfortunately, when I first put it in this notebook, the traveller's notebook itself was new and I didn't have a cover on, so it got really dirty, which is a shame. But you know, sometimes the dirty look is kind of nice. Now, when I ordered this TN, I chose not to have a pen loop on it because sometimes I prefer that. So I've got one of these Leuchtturm pen loop thingy-majiggies. I bought this years ago for a different planner, so I would have preferred to have the navy one, but when I already had this one, it just felt a bit excessive to get a new one, but I probably will eventually. And in here I have the kikki.K Copper Metal Rollerball Pen. I didn't actually like it when I first bought it. I thought the way the pen wrote wasn't very nice, but I've actually started to like it a lot more and I'm using it lots now, so yes. And I just think it goes lovely with the navy and with the Wanderlust collection and blah blah blah. So the next little book I'm not really going to go into. This is the little cover for it, which is the exact same cover I had in it this time last year. I like it. It's based on the kikki.K We Are All Creative collection. And so I always have in here, there's a pen in there as well, an extra pen. That's one of the Prima pens. Look how beautiful it is with the gold flakes that move around. Anyway, moving on, I'll just put that aside. Because sometimes I like to journal in Ballpoint and sometimes I like to journal in Rollerball. But this book here, I get through about one of these a month. It's another kikki.K slim A5 exercise book or notebook, whatever you like to call them. I have bajillions of these to replace them with. Not all kikki.K ones, obviously. We've got all sorts of ones. And as I said, I get through about one of these a month. Sometimes I washi tape all the edges, sometimes I don't. And in here, I just do my daily journaling. So I'm not going to open it because that would be, well, I can open it to the front page. Usually on the front page, I put some pretty note paper or something and have a start and end date for the journal. So when I've got them all together, I can look through them and know what dates they are and stuff like that. So I'll put that in there when I finish this particular notebook. There will be a start and end date written there. So in here I do a method, or various kinds of methods of everyday journaling. There is the Christina Carlson method where every morning before she does anything else, she just writes 3 pages of stuff, like the just like a stream of consciousness type thing. She just goes for it, writes 3 pages. Now when she does it and the notebook's full, she just throws it away. And I didn't like the idea of that. So I kind of do that, but I don't necessarily do the 3 pages in the morning. Sometimes I do a bit in the morning, a bit in the evening kind of thing. I do try to do it every single day though. I will also do general other journaling, what I did that day, you know, just classic Dear Diary kind of thing. Sometimes I will stick things in here like receipts and stickers and that kind of thing, so it's slightly more creative, but for the most part it's just pen on paper. And yeah, that's it really. And I just really like doing it. It's nice to get all your thoughts down on paper and whatnot and not worry about it looking pretty and all that kind of thing. So that is the middle notebook and what that is for. Then this notebook at the back, this is still the same one I actually had in this last year, which proves that I haven't really been using it much at all. There's a spare string as well. Obviously there's strings for 4 books in here. I just don't need that at this current time. This one I won't really get into either, but this is just general normal notebook kind of thing. This usually lives in my bedroom rather than in my craft room because I will journal at night time or first thing in the morning, as I said, and that kind of thing. So this lives by my bed. And you know, sometimes when you have thoughts late at night or you have like really good ideas and if you don't write them down you're going to forget them, that's what goes in here. And also if I'm trying to calculate something or I need, you know, all that kind of thing just gets shoved into there. It's just random. Totally. There might be a list, there might be just me trying to attempt to do maths to work out how much I might owe a shop, or you know, all of that kind of thing just gets shoved in there. So it's very, very classic and boring. At the back, which I will definitely not open, I also have my passwords just jotted down. I do have my passwords written nicely and properly in my everyday carry planner, but sometimes my handbag is not necessarily with me, so they're just jotted just messily down in there just in case I need to grab one and I can't be bothered to go find the other planner if I'm in bed or something doing some 3 o'clock in the morning shopping on Etsy. Not that I ever do that. Back pockets haven't really been given any attention at all, really. There's just all sorts of rubbish in here, really. I don't really know what's in here. There's this lovely clip that was bought for me as a present, which I wanted to keep in one of my planners, so that lives there. I've got a skull, some stickers, very random. As I said, I don't really pay that much attention to it, but yes, anyway. So that is the first journaling system in the Traveller's Notebook. Next we have my 2 creative/art journals, and the reason I say creative/art is because sometimes I'll do art journaling in one and creative journaling in it, and sometimes it'll be vice versa. For the most part, this one is mostly creative journaling and this one is mostly art, but it just changes. There is no, if like historians find all of my rubbish in 100 years, then they're going to be very confused because there is a lack of chronological anything going on here. But you know what, that's the way I like doing it. I enjoy it. So both of these notebooks are from Paperchase. This one I got quite a while ago, and it kind of proves how I chop and change between systems because I started journaling in this in like 2015, and it's just, yeah. I did make a bit of an error in that this is a lovely gilded edge notebook, but when you fill it with stuff, the gilded edges don't really, yeah, you can't see them anymore. So that was a slight error, but I made it too long ago to do anything about it now. So I'm not sure to what extent I can show you stuff in here because, like, you know, it's my journaling and for the most part it is private. Let me see if I can find some examples. Alright, here we go. You can't see too much of the writing here. So yes, all the way back Easter 2016. That's the kind of thing I was doing back then. Going to Dublin. There's some pages which are just writing in a little bit of washi that don't have much on. You just see it's my friend's wedding, creative journaling. There's also occasions like this where I've done something with the intention of putting something on top of it. This just being a background, it hasn't quite happened yet. What usually happens with these is when I've done something for a scrapbook layout or whatever, or even an art journal layout, and I've got leftover paint, I will just open one of these and just smush it in here, which is partially the reason why, you know, has to be two going at the same time. Little thing, I cut that out of a colouring book. Yeah, just all kinds of things in there. There's another example where I've just thrown some paint or ink on it. Another one there, another one there. Oh, those are stuck together. That's not good. I'll sort that out later. So yes, that's just what's going on in that one. So that one's generally, as I said, more creative than art, but with a bit of art. And this one, which I love the outside of it because it's got my initials on in lovely embossed gold, but inside the paper quality isn't amazing. So let's just see how much of this I can show you. That I meant to stick in there. Whoops. And you know, there's part of it's done. This was from like a Daphne's diary from a couple of months ago that I meant to put stuff in. Let's have a look here. Can't show you that. I also, when I get like letters from pen pals, not necessarily for like the longer letters, but sometimes little notes and stuff from friends, those go in there. So that's what's on the other side of that. There's a page that's been prepped for something. There's the art journal piece I did for the first Thompson's Craft Supplies Mixed Media kit. And yeah, you get the idea. Just all sorts of stuff gets stuck in these, and they're just kind of a joy to flip through later on. And what I will do in these as well, there was something I did with some leftover paints and stuff. As I said, the paper quality in this particular book isn't amazing, especially for doing art journaling, but I tend to stick 2 pages together, and I've done that quite a ways throughout. I haven't done loads in here, as you can see, but yes, pages are stuck together. And what I will do is often, at least a couple of times a week, I will just sit down and gesso pages and then leave them to dry. And then I may not actually do anything on that for another week or 2, but at least it's ready. So I did at one point have like 5 pages pre-gessoed in here. So yeah, that gives you an idea of what's going on in that one. And yeah, so there's those 2 that hang out together. And then this last one is a good example of my ridiculousness. This gorgeous, gorgeous glitter TN was made for me, again, by Julia, who I mentioned, as a Christmas present. And it's so, so beautiful, and I love it so much. But I haven't decided what I'm doing with it yet. I know I want to do something, but I just can't think of anything. It will be something journaling related, I'm sure. But yes, I have set it up even. Like, I've put mermaid related things because she's kind of gone with the whole ocean theme, and I've used the first edition Beyond the Shore paper pad to do these and stuff, and I've got my little Buffy Special Edition notebook in there because I want to use that at some point, and a Swarovski pen as well. But yes, I can't decide what I'm going to do with this. I am thinking about doing very, very mini scrapbooking in here. Like, I've seen people do them in a standard size TN, so maybe I'll start doing that. Any suggestions are welcome as to what I should do with this. I'm all set when it comes to planner stuff, so it can't really be anything planner related, but yes, I just love it so much that it has to sit on my shelf looking beautiful. And as you see, it's all ready to go for something. I just don't quite know what that something is. So those are the journals I am using, or, you know, will be using in 2018. Of course, I have my scrapbooking on top of that, and my scratch booking, which is kind of like smash booking kind of thing. So there's those as well, but those are not done in journals, obviously. And yes, I also thought I would add in this because I forgot to mention it in any of my planner videos, but this will be my Christmas planner, and it will be getting used in 2018. Just not yet. If you're interested in the setup that I did for this for Christmas 2017, then I will link that video, but I didn't want to leave it out because it's such a beautiful planner. This is the kikki.K Pause Gold medium size, but yes, I felt bad that I'd forgot to put it in the other planner videos, so there it is. Right then, so that is the end of this video showing my journals and of the whole series of my whole 2018 planner and journal lineup. I hope you have enjoyed this little mini series. As I keep saying, please ask me any questions that you may have, and if I've missed saying where anything was from, I will try and remember where it is if you ask me. If you are watching this video close to the date of publication, then remember I have a giveaway running. The giveaway will be running until this weekend as this video is being published. I'm actually recording this video on the 29th of January because I'm recording them all in one sitting. So I haven't completely decided on the dates for my giveaway, at least the final dates, but it will be within the next couple of days from publishing this video. So yes, check out the giveaway as well if you are interested and you are within the right time. Right then, it is time for me to go and end this little series. So thank you so much for watching. An extra big smacking thank you if you watched all of the videos. And yes, okay, I am going. Thank you again. Bye bye!